Hello, this is Wheeler, and welcome to part 2 of the Unlocking the Beast Tribe dailies. Today we are going to do the Ixali. And to start that, you have to talk to Scarlet, the Serpent Lieutenant. And you get the quest, A Bad Bladder. Now, despite the fact that it says level 1 up here, well, actually, no, I take that back. I think you actually can do it level 1 here. Maybe? That doesn't make much sense. I would have thought I would have noticed this earlier, but I don't know. Anyways, I can get it now, and that's all I care about. We'll warn you, the Ixali are a bit different from other tribes, and I will explain that later in the video. So, anyways, Lieutenant Scarlet's feathers seem ruffled by some grave news out of the Twelveswood. Wheeler, we have ourselves a situation. Oh? Our scouts at Ehcatl Spire sent word that the Ixali are attacking their position. Oh, great. They report that they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdman's blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you ever seen those Beastman dirigibles? The Ixali stock them with explosive munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float within bow range, the balloon skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus, the spires were constructed throughout the Twelveswood are Gridania's first line of defense against assault from the air. It's frustrating indeed, then, that the recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head into the North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Ehcatl Spire. I'm certain Captain Gertrude will appreciate the help. Okay, so, you know what? She just said just said what zone we need to go to, and I didn't pay attention. North Shroud. Okay. It is not that far out in North Shroud, so I should be able to take this teleport. I will actually check and see if I can actually pick that up at level 1 later. I have enough space for another alt, and I can start in Gridania, so it wouldn't be that hard. And I'll put a notation here and, well, when I was talking earlier and in the notes at the bottom. So, we need to come to Ehcatl Spire over here. Why am I walking? It's a usual question. Why am I walking? And this is where you have to go. Hello, Guthrit. Lieutenant Scarlet sent you, you say? Praise Nofaka! Though I believe the worst of the danger is past, what few soldiers I command are both wounded and weary. 'Twas a well-placed shaft that was our salvation. A private Sarah managed to punch a hole clear through the balloon's air bladders, forcing the Ixali vessel to flounder down into the trees. Ha! You should hear the squawking from there. I must admit, however, to feeling a moment of dread at the thought of that war balloon slipping past and drifting over the city walls. Thank the gods and a certain private that such a fate did not come to pass. Nevertheless, we are in no shape to repel the Ixali should they prove able to press their attack. Pray head north into Peace Garden and see what has become of their downed craft. Okay. To Peace Garden. I know I have a quest. No, actually, I thought I had another quest up there. I just remember it's a hunting log up here. I'll get that sometime. But just need to come over here and somewhere around here. Yes, you can't miss it. You can, however, not be able to walk over the river. We just want to check the war balloon debris. Cool. That was, well, rather boring. Go back to Ehcatl Spire. I promise it'll get fun soon. Actually, come to think of it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this quest. Which is the reason why it's different. If I can't, well, obviously I'm going to leave the episode up, else I'm going to look silly and from my previous one, but I'll tell you what you need to do in a manner. Did you find the downed balloon? Was the vessel yet sound? Here, A snarled slab of wreckage retrieved from the grounded Ixali war balloon. I'm not sure if this came from the Birdman's craft or is part of another contraption entirely. There can, however, be no doubt that this is of Ixali design. War balloons such as the ones you saw were invented by the Ixal to assert their dominance over the skies. These vessels allow them to avoid our ground-based patrols and infiltrate the Twelvewood with impunity. And the Beastmen use them not only for acts of war, but also to haul away the trees felled by the ever-expanding logging operations. So as to combat this unwelcome and destructive presence that we built guard towers throughout the forest, though I imagine the Ixal were quite displeased to find our borders thus reinforced. In fact, the primary source of this day's attack may well have been the destruction of Ehcatl Spire itself. I am torn, Veeler. We must not weaken our defenses here. I would be certain our enemy does not lurk nearby, awaiting an opportunity for sabotage. I ask you to once more visit the crash site and search the surrounding area for signs of our foes. I pray that my concerns are not more than the ancient workings of a tired mind. Yeah, they probably are, but, you know. We'll go check it for you. You know, it's not like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should have you look around for Ixal. Not these Ixal. Oh, we're going the wrong way. I have been known to do that. Often. But yes, it's slightly different area that we're going to. You'll notice that with the addition of this part of the map from before, there's a place called Ehcatl. That's how I pronounce it, deal with it. And we have Ixali's storage pot here. So let's interact with it. Squawk! Get away from there, no feathers! Ours this metal war balloon is! Oh, hell. He's green. That can't be good. He's recolored. Touch what is ours! You must not! Right of salvage, yes? Right of salvage! Enough! So much screeching and cawing when nothing threatens featherless one has. Oh, you have an even fancier headpiece. Squawk! Chief Totalock! Hold part we thought, no feather does. Such a wreckage for nothing we did. Weak-bellied fledgling, calm down, you will. Speak with feathers one, Sizzle shall. Could you be artisan? No, clothing all wrong it is. Garb for honest work it is not. Squawk! Raise your weapon not. Ixal we are, but we're not the same kind that attack your tower. Balloon part you took, value to you is little, yes? Have it from you we would. Not by force, no, and not for nothing. We make deal, yes? Inside gate you come. Show you our work in return, Sizzle shall. But chief, mean to lead featherless one inside you cannot. Spread our secrets she will. Squawk! Question chief you will not. Sizzle's decision it is. Shut screechy beak, and before plucked and strung from nearest tree branch you are. Oh, now we can talk like Yoda. Fierce look, feathers one has. Look forward to next meeting, Sizzle does. Listen well now, feathers. If chief's trust you betray, flay skin from worthless bones we shall. Well, fair is fair, I suppose. Though I could kick your asses. But they invited us to come into Ehcatl. And oh my god, there's a bunch of friendly guys here. Hello, Ixali vendor. Oh, yeah. Ixali Ehcatl are another thing, but we'll discuss that later. So we just need to come down here. Brave you are to walk into Ixal Den. No such camp existed, you did not, eh? Now have that balloon part in your name, Sizzlewood. Okay. Yes, yes! Squawk! Such long time for this we have. Thank you, Violet Sparkle. Know you what this is, It's a special stone used for making instruments to read the speed of wind. Only found on Ehcatl. Very rare. Even clever Sizzle cannot build such instruments without it. Squawk, seem confused you do. You wonder why Sizzle will not go to Ehcatl and fetch stone himself? Yes? Tell you why, Sizzle. Well, we are not like Ixali of Natalan and other places. No fighting with forest people. Outcast we are. We call ourselves Ehcatl Nine. Impressive, yes? Had nicer sound than Ehcatl 20 or so. Yeah, I suppose. But one purpose we have, to fly free like wind. For war with forest people or pleasing greedy goddess, we care not. Fixed on the heavens our eyes are. As I mentioned, we are currently going after Garuda, and the Ixali are the ones who worship Garuda. These guys do not. They think she's a bitch. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't quite get to the next part of the quest yet, so tell you what, I'm going to give a little short break on this, and, no, actually, no, I'm not, because I don't even have enough time for a full episode for that, but we need to return to Gridania. Yeah, or we could go to any of the other two towns, but since Gridania is closest, what makes this beast tribe different from the others is that it is, if you couldn't tell from, like, artisan and how much they're into crafting something or their dislike of fighting, they want a crafter to help them. So I'm just going to come unlock carpentry real quick. It does not matter what crafting class you have. You just need one. I mean, we'll be building bladders out of, I don't know, wood or something. I don't know. So you want to be a carpenter. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenter's Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. If carpentry holds any appeal, you should consider joining our guild. Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Not really, but I have to. Wonderful, wonderful. Now before we proceed, I think it's only right that I acquaint you with our guild's storied past. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the Twelvewood. The elementals didn't get angry at that. As the nation grew and prospered, the woodworkers' repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles, and carpentry developed into an art. At first, there was no association with carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his service independently. However, the advent of watermills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimens, all of which necessitated organization. A carpenter's guild was founded to oversee the operation of watermills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now, I must mention at this point that we owe much and more our prosperity to the Great Loam Growery. Thanks to the hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstance allows us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, I was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep in the collective wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of history. To actively seek an understanding of wood and techniques required to work with it, rather than simply waiting to be taught. We expect it, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. So you have to speak to him twice. Yes, I want to. Okay. Way of the Carpenter. Korg wishes to reaffirm your desire to join the Carpenter's Guild. Wonderful. I should mention at this point that Timbermaster Beaton... I'm sorry. Timbermaster Beaton assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you will need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timbermaster Beaton can be harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you could ask for no better tutor. He is, quite simply, the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time, and no small amount of effort, to comprehend the full extent of his teaching, and you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you first meet him, I would advise you to choose your words carefully and, resist the urge to run away. Really? Even the crafting guilds have their own storyline. I don't believe it starts with a level 1 quest, so we're just going to do it. Another green adventurer come to play with saws? Well then, I suggest you first speak with oh, you've met with Korg, have you? This as well, but know the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me, true adventurer, have you a mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? Yes. Look on your face bespeaks determination. Power may have trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain, for the time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are as a seedling, some potential perhaps, but no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what you will require, girl, and I shall give you the means to acquire it. Take the saw. It is old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Now prove to me that you are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. And basically, we need to just equip the saw. Which, if I had to take a while, I guess it's probably sitting in my inventory somewhere. Can I turn any of these into materia? Seriously? Nothing? Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't convert the weathered shit. That, on the other hand, I can. I'll deal with inventory organization later, but since this is the first time it's happened, if your armory chest gets filled, it'll throw the whatever item into your inventory. You see, I've... Oh, I got that last night when I was running randoms. But it'll put your new weapons in the inventory. So I have a saw and a bow in here. And we're naked! My first saw. Timber recipe and assessing fledgling carpenters by challenging them to craft maple lumber. Good, you have proven that you know how to grip a saw. But do not mistake it for a mere tool, for it is part of you, of your arm. And can you put down part of your arm? No. Maybe. Mark me then, if you do put it down, and worse, lose the blazing, I shall use my own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. But I jest. One-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful in my experience. In any case, merely holding a saw does not make you a carpenter, whatever some might think. You must become one with it, and learn to feel with it as you work the wood. I bet Beaton knows a lot about working the wood. To wit, you must first know the wood. Demonstrate your knowledge by bringing me a length of maple lumber. Maple lumber is made from maple logs, just so. Our man Farrell by the entrance will furnish you with logs for a nominal price. Of course, any fool knows that fresh-cut logs are laden with water. To guard against decay, we use wind shards to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. And that's just instructions on how to do it. So this is the first time I'm crafting. I'll show you. Oh, we need Farrell. We need... You only want one, right? Yeah. So we want to go into logs. Crafting log is now open to us. That is also not 100%. But it shows us this. You'll also see a special recipes beast tribe. So let's synthesize. Oh, I required 2 more maple logs. I forgot. Can't expect to remember everything. But this is the window, and they didn't really give me much to work with, did they? How basic synthesis. That's pretty much our main go-to thing. And yes, you can fail on it. Harder to fail the earlier you are, so don't worry too much about it. But when you're making high quality shit later in the game, you may want to watch that. As I mentioned before, Farrell has maple logs in his stock, as well as many other materials you may require. Or if you are ready, show me what you have brought. It's wood, alright. I'll be playing with some of this later. Yes, I feel it. The wood tells all. Quit feeling your wood, Beaton. There are no careless cuts. Saw and carpenter moved as one, as if dancing. No, we're not dancing. We're not dancing one. You see the strain and how it flows softly like syrup? Oh, is that what syrup's made of? Durable yet pliant. Suitable for weapons and armor both. This child is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips and memorize the lines. Consider every characteristic when choosing your materials. This is what it means to know the wood. I'm not going there. The maple lumber you have brought me is acceptable. You have passed the first test. Yet for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must needs learn more. A true carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. I have yet another test for you. Until then, child. Next carpenter quest is at level 5. And the only reason I did that one is because I hate walking around naked. I may have had something, but I just don't like walking around naked. Come on, I just put equipment on you. So yeah, that's your intro to crafting, and we'll need more of that very soon. But I always like to take the chocobo to Hearst Mill from here, and get off about halfway. I have not been to Hearst Mill. I will have to remedy that between episodes. Actually, no, I really should do it while here. This is going to be a long episode for being a quickie. So, sorry about the length. Not the length of wood, mind you. We're done with beaten right now. I need my chocobo. Let me put Mount Roulette up. And we just need to go back to the Ehcatl, and we can do the next part of the introduction quest. I wonder what time I'm up to now, even. Yeah, it's... You have to have a crafting class to accept the quest. I don't think you need a fighting class to be up this high, but, well, it helps. I'm going the wrong way. So, back into Ehcatl. And now you can see we have access to the first quest. Reaching for Cloud 9. Cecil appears eager to share more of his work with you. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for disciples of the hand level 1 and above. A strange face you make, Vealer. Burning with questions you are, yes? What is the Ehcatl Nine exactly? Make myself clear, I did not, eh? Only natural your suspicion is. Many Ixali would simply kill featherless ones and leave corpse for vultures. But think like Birdbrain, Nadalin, Zealots, clever Cecil and his crew do not. Endlessly wasteful this war with forest people is. Waste of time, waste of resources. Ehcatl Nine is a group of thinkers, of crafters. This place, Ehcatl, is a place for building dreams. Fly higher than any other is Ehcatl Nine's dream. Before we can fly, make wings we must. Good at making things you are, yes? I made a piece of maple lumber, does that count? No carpenter would see one. Cecil does. Way of moving, way of looking. Caw, caw, caw! Clothing has Cecil confused at first, though. Creating much better than destroying, yes? Both Ixali and Featherless ones agree on that, they can. Have Vealer create something for Ehcatl Nine? Cecil would. Build many things we can, but not everything is possible in a remote camp like this. You know a place called Fall Gorge Float, yes? Fine crafting facilities they have, perfect for making airship hull interiors components. Leather-backed plywood is component Cecil needs. Make for strong and durable hull, it will. Place order for raw materials with key current merchant in Fall Gorge Float, Cecil has. Dealer need only speak to Junkmonger. Spend own coin, you need not. Squawk, a surprise for you, Cecil has. Protect and support hands when crafting tricky airship components, these gods will. Even clever carpenter needs help from time to time, eh? Come back soon, clever one. He just mentioned carpenter, but you have to use the gloves in any case. I'm just going to put them on because I have nothing else to wear there. But I am going to take a quick switch. No, I don't want to reassign that. I'm going to take a quick switch back to Warrior because heading to Fall Gorge Float on a level 1 is slightly deadly. So, just come down here. And Fate. I'm not doing the Fate, but, you know. So, in this quest, we're going to have to... Actually, pretty much all of the quest, you have to go get items and craft them. Is there an exception? I want to say there's one, and I'm not thinking of the daily turn-in. Master Merchant welcomes welcome customer. Birdman Chief tell Master Merchant of Chief Makings. You take things from making and go to place for making things. You find making place outside of inn, not inside. Master Merchant thinks you have no time for thinking. Birdman Chief seems ready to burst at seams. Hilliard will give you helpful help. So, we need to go to the inn. But since we're in town, I'm not going to change until I get there or my sprint wears out, whichever comes first. As he said, she's not inside, she is side in. Okay, Carpenter. Hello, Hilliard. Hello there, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said hello there. What's this? You wish to make use of our workshop? Well then, seeing as you're a first-timer, allow me to give you a brief explanation of what we seek to accomplish here. I'm sure you are aware, Eorzea is populated with a flora of artisans who create a range of wonderful wares. This workspace was created with just such a diversity of craftswomen in mind. No matter your profession, our facility is designed to allow simply anyone to bring in their materials and produce goods that demand an exquisite degree of precision and polish. Our small operation here at the Bobbing Clerk is only temporary until we secure a more permanent residence. I assure you that everything is fully functional. Now, what exciting project has brought you to me this fine day? I need a hall interior. Yes, I know it says hull parts, so you're just making a part for it. You're not making the whole thing, but it's funny to think you're carpentering a hull interior part. What have we here? Ah, such a strange coincidence that you should happen to arrive bearing this very same rare materials that... Hilliard, have you any word on my delivery? And who might this lady be? And why does she hold the component materials that I ordered? This is outrageous. You cannot simply swoop in and snatch the wares I reserved a moon in advance. Please, Master Tatarama, you misunderstand. This adventurer brought along these materials herself. Just brought them along, did she? Poppycock, what would a guild-grabbing mercenary need with airship hull component materials? Only a master engineer with the highest level of skill will be capable of utilizing the potential of such specialized items, and I highly doubt that anyone besides myself would have a use for them. I shall be gracious, however, and allow you that you are some manner of artisan. I made a piece of maple lumber. Pray tell, exactly what do you intend to craft with those materials? I am, of course, ignoring the fact that your efforts will invariably result in a botched job and wasted resources. Master Tataramu, this is hardly gentlemanly conduct. Shall I offer to view your finished product then? Go ahead, madam, craft your wares, and I shall appraise the quality of your work, free of charge. Okay. Master Tataramu, I shall become cross with you if you continue in that tone. Here are your materials, miss. I'm sure whatever you create will be absolutely splendid. Should you choose to assist the Ehcatl Nine in their engineering efforts, you will be called upon to make use of special crafting facilities. First step in using one of these crafting facilities is to present the raw materials to the workshop supervisor. After preparing the workspace, the supervisor will then return to you the exact amount of materials required for your specific task. You will next be allotted a certain amount of time in which to complete the synthesis. You don't have to complete all the syntheses within that time limit. You just kind of get a buff that says, hey, you know how to do this. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, Speak with the workshop supervisor once more to retrieve excess materials and renew your access to the crafting facility. Go to log, I've already shown you that. And there are more than one crafting facility. This is just the first one. And since we have the buff now, which actually I think it's making use of local crafting facilities to synthesize special items. Recipe level is lowered to current level while maximum CP is reduced. Yeah, you basically get a debuff on you. It nerfs you in a way, but we need to go down to the Beast Tribe and make this whole interior. And since it doesn't have to be high quality, well, we're not even going to try. And the blue circle there means if you have, I guess if you drop them, you can just talk to her again. Craft away, madam. I'll be waiting to praise the results of your expertise. All done, are we? Now let's have a look at the travesty you made out of gods be good. Is it that bad? I can scarce believe it. The craftsmanship is exemplary, and you cannot say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship. Or you say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship. I cannot even imagine what type of hull you mean to build. Tell me, adventurer, who commissioned this work from you? I must know. An Ixali. A what? Why, that's incredible! Not to mention fascinating. Though I must wonder how one came to commission an adventurer for airship parts. There was an odd rumor making the rounds amongst the engineers at the company. They say a group of Ixali had carved out a secret camp in the Black Shroud, were conducting trials for some kind of secret weapon. I thought it idle gossip at the time, but 'twould appear to the tale held merit. After all, your Ixali master seeks to craft an airborne vessel of war. I will not allow it. Transforming the wonder of air travel into a means for delivering death is blasphemy of the highest order. But Mr. Tataramu, what do you mean to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to march right into the secret camp to give those blasted birdmen a good telling off. You best stay out of the way. But you cannot simply... When it comes to airships, I'm afraid Master Tataramu's passion overpowers his capacity for common sense. I wonder if he even has any idea where he's going. Here, you best take your finished component and complete the delivery, and your appraiser appears to have forgotten it in his haste to rush off and chastise the Ixali. Just who is Master Tataramu? I could tell you, but that wouldn't be very exciting now, would it? Perhaps you might ask him yourself. Fine. And going back into warrior mode for our travel. And I actually think this is the longest of the starter quest lines. When I did it the first time, I already had a crafting unlocked, so that just kind of made this episode a bit longer. So, again, I apologize, but I'm trying to show you how to completely unlock these dailies. So, there's two ways into the Ehcatl, and, well, I've shown both of them. They have wolves. You can get a wolf mount later. Hello, did you see a little Lalafell here? Kind of a dick. Squawk, squawk! Return do you have? Able to craft component you were? Here we go. The info is rather boring. Made this you there? Yes! Serve us well this will. Begin construction on the hull we can. Arrgh! I finally found you. I never realized just how big this forest was. Who's small angry featherless one? Never mind who I am. 'Tis you who are on trial here. Are you not the Ixali master who seeks to build a death-dealing airship and bring war to the destruction of the Grandania? Have you no respect for the virtuous field of engineering your uncouth planet will irretrievably sully? Weapons on an airship, simply monstrous. Squawk! Mind your tongue, you shall. Making airship with weapons, Cecil is not. Been telling tall tales, someone has. Do not try to deny it. I have seen how the Ixal stole our technology to build those horrendous war balloons. Your kind know naught but killing and mayhem. Squawk! Blather too much anger and does. See's not enough. Look at the design under your own feet, you should. The schematic contains elements of both dirigible and airship. I've never seen the like. Hybrid vessel Desert Qualin, it is. Fly very high, it shall. Ceiling altitude of 5,000 yalms. 5,000 yalms? That's impossible, an unattainable fantasy. Why, even Master Garland's Enterprise cannot reach such heights. You speak of visiting the heavens himself. Yes, the heavens. Rap on God's front door, we shall. Knock, knock. Atlan, furthering continent of legends it is. High, high above clouds. Place where Cecil's ancestors once lived. Well, as long as it doesn't come crashing down with a big statue that, some guy needed to put a sword in. Return to Ixal's lost paradise, we shall. All-consuming goal of Cecil's people it once was. But this dream, shared now by too few, is rather worship mad goddess Garuda and squabble with featherless ones Natalie and Ixal would. Waste of life, Cecil says. Help Ehcatl Nine build balloon airship hybrid and reach for distant sky other Ixal should. What an incredible idea. You have such vision, such zeal. Cecil, I have misjudged you. You must let me work with you. I will see this dream of yours become reality. Oh, that didn't take much convincing, did it? Oh, wow, he got humble real quick. Hawk, wish to join Cecil's crew, you do? Possess some skills at crafting, do you? Yes? Yes, I've studied airship design most extensively, and though my practical experience is admittedly limited, I vow there are none who match my passion for the craft. Important passion it is, but knowledge too you must have. Work you as hard as others, Cecil will. Be spared for your size, you will not. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Tataramu at your service. And we have to change back to a crafting class to turn the quest in. You can only turn them in on crafting classes. And what a feeler. Impressed with work, Cecil is. Enjoy crafting with Cecil's glove, did you? Like second skin, yes? Protect hands, but allow artisans to make delicate and difficult movements, they do. Agree to have Ehcatl Nine build a Zulquan and let Veeler keep gloves, Cecil will. What say you, feathers woman? Sprout wings and fly with us, yes? Okay. Afraid of heights I am. I should have chosen that one. That's actually correct. Squawk, feathers of the spirit we share. Neither of us have feathers. Well, I guess you kind of do on your arm. Hard to imagine to look at us now, it is, but an age when Ixal flew on power of their own wings there once was. Sad then that wrath of elementals we incurred. Banished from forest and stripped of gift or flight we were. With younglings hatched outside the forest, something wrong there was. Stunned their feathers were. We lose desire to soar, Ixal never, but lose desire to soar, Ixal never did. In place of lost wings, great balloons Cecil's forefathers made. Such ingenuity, seek to continue their legacy, Ehcatl Nine does. The forgotten joy of crafting own wings Nettle and Ixal have. Grovel instead to goddess they do, grovel and beg. Fools, grant them new wings, Garuda never will. Seek only to increase her might, the goddess does. Always more sacrifices, always more crystals. Nothing more than slaves, Nettle and Ixal are, but not Ehcatl Nine, no. Soar once again we shall, with the Zulquan on our salvation, our waking dream lies. Work hard and see history written, Veeler shall. And that is the unlock for the Ixal tribe, the Ehcatl Nine. And just like with the Sylph, you can purchase some stuff. And the vendors, I believe, also repair. And as you go further in the quest line, you'll see more and more parts added to this. Thanks to your efforts, construction of Deslo Qualan's hull has begun. Continue assisting the Ehcatl Nine to see the airship hybrid reach completion. And now, bird is the word. But Ixali dailies are up over here at Yazo Ahotin the Apel. Just like with the Sylph, you'll get more as you rank up. I mentioned that this is the only one that has like more than 4 ranks. I think it's 7 or 8, I can't remember. But you get that, and over here is something kind of like what you can get from your Grand Company. You can turn in these items. So they have 4 quests available beginning. I highly recommend this quest. Just make sure you're using items that aren't going to be a waste of thing, because it'll tell you how much experience you get. And the lower level it is, the less it gets, but it will eventually cap out at a high level. So anyways, that has been the intro to the Ehcatl Nine. I'm sorry it took so long, but this has been Feeler. I hope you enjoyed and have fun.